Did you know antibiotics don't only kill the bad bacteria, but also antibiotics kill the good bacteria in our human body? Normally, our body has a population of good bacteria that protect us from infection and also assist in food digestion. But sometimes when we take antibiotic for some minor infection that we go through every day, sometimes this antibiotic end up causing us more harm than good. Because when you take any antibiotic, remember that it does not kill only the bad bacteria, but also your good bacteria that protect you from infection. Today, I'm going to teach plan or strategies that one must use so that in case you experience an episode of antibiotic use, which are the strategies that you're supposed to apply so that you get back the level of your good bacteria back. So through demonstrating this two type of chest infection, I'm going to show you how common symptoms like shortness of breath, fatigue, persistent coughing, and sometimes mucus production, and mostly fever that most of us go through and report to doctors. Some of us report maybe if you are under 18 to your mother. If you are married, maybe you must report to your partner before you visit the health center. The two types of chest infection I wanted to discuss today is atypical pneumonia. Atypical pneumonia. And number two is simply typical pneumonia. These are two types of infection that everyone who is complaining with symptom of chest infection, actually you undergo between either atypical pneumonia or typical pneumonia. This is where you should not take medication or buy any medicine without knowing the class of pneumonia that you have. If you're having atypical pneumonia, most of the time you are not supposed even to use any antibiotics because most of atypical pneumonia are caused by viruses. Most of atypical pneumonia can be caused by allergic reactions. So you won't find them acting the same like the typical pneumonia, which is caused by the bacteria, like Streptococcus infection, like also Staphylococcus infection. And also, typical pneumonia is commonly seen in tuberculosis. So how can you differentiate between atypical pneumonia and typical pneumonia? The difference between atypical pneumonia is atypical pneumonia usually affects the upper part of the respiratory tract infection. They actually affect this upper part, the upper respiratory tract infection, and there's the lower respiratory tract infection. So this is how we can differentiate the two. The typical pneumonia, actually they affect the lower side, but not only the lower side, but also the inside, the alveoli. The other name of alveoli is the air sacs. So most of typical pneumonia affect the air sac, and they are also filled with pus or fluid. Pus or fluid enter the air sac that causes the difficulty of breathing, because your air sac are supposed to contain air. When your air sac contains fluid or pus, you will experience difficulty of breathing. Also, atypical pneumonia can affect the lower part of the respiratory tract, but this time they affect the upper walls, the upper wall of the air sacs or the alveoli. You'll see them, the upper membrane of the air sac is inflamed. But in atypical pneumonia, there is no pus or fluid inside the air sacs. That's why you see in the X-ray, of typical pneumonia, you see a lot of opacification or consolidation in this part here, the outer part of the lungs or the alveoli part. You see well-defined opacity of the lungs. But in atypical pneumonia, you only see, if you are a good doctor with good eyes, you'll be able to detect some loud shape, some swelling, some opacity, which are surrounding the air sacs. But For typical pneumonia, it's very easy to detect in your chest X-ray. Very important in common infection to request for chest X-ray investigation. So this will help us know when to report to the doctor or not. A typical pneumonia is commonly caused by virus infection like influenza virus or rotavirus or adenoviruses. Sometimes they don't need treatment with antibiotics. Don't use antibiotic for this viral infection because there's not going to help in treatment of the virus infection. The virus infection can only be treated with antiviral. When you commonly today antivirus have been increased in usage, so sometimes you can prescribe antivirus for virus infection, but in most cases, the normal immunity system of us can be able to fight this infection within a few days. You just need to use some few remedies to decrease the fever and some common adverse effects that are caused. Therefore, typical pneumonia, antibiotic must be used. For typical pneumonia, antibiotic